to serve you. Come see us.
And Jody Riggins to the show this morning. Jody, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I understand you have some school board business to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the meeting last night and our favorite parts.
Okay, go ahead. Share the best of.
I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, and Mike, we just come in with Logan Thompson and kind of give this time back up to the school board. And so this morning, last night, we just had a great meeting. It was a lot of fun. We got to recognize a lot of the student athletes, a lot of the teachers, and so we'll kind of dive into a little bit of that and then talk about some of the planning things we've got going into the future. But as I was thinking about this morning, the future's bright. It's a great day to be a Raider. It's a great day to be part of Cleveland City Schools. Owen Clemens, longtime Clevelander with his family, Rachel and Johnny, won his I think second state championship in cross country, and we recognized him last night. Just a real stud there. Cleveland Middle School, both the boys and girls, won their second middle school state championship in this program that they've put together over the last couple of years. And as a wrestler myself, for 30, 35 years, if you want to win a state championship, you have to come through this community. And there's just no doubt about it. And that tradition has grown. It has continued, and we're so happy with how both the middle school and high school and the higher calling program have continued to develop that over those years. And Jody, you want to talk a little bit about the teachers and what they've done?
And I'm proud that wrestling program is now including the girls. It's made a positive difference. We also, Mr. Kaiser and Dr. Elliott did the annual recognition of our best and our finest of teachers and staff members. These people are nominated by their peers, which is nice, and then it's voted on in the schools, and then it goes to a district-wide level. So there were novice teachers who've been around for a while, and staff members, and they were recognized for the wonderful work that they do, providing a supportive environment for learning in our schools.
We need to be so thankful for our educators.
Yes, we do.
We really do.
We really do. We're very, very fortunate. We get to go to meetings around the state and meet a lot of people, and I always come home so grateful for our community and the schools, and we have good schools, and we have a lot of dedicated teachers and staff members that provide that environment at these schools, and I'm so grateful for all of them.
Yeah, they wear so many hats, they do so many different things, and it really does wear on them. It really does. There
are certain professions out there in my mind that are a calling, and if you don't have a calling, you're never going to make it because it is difficult. These are challenging jobs, and oftentimes in the healthcare field, and but at this stage, it's teaching. And when the teachers got up there, you saw the energy, the motivation, the compassion. These teachers oftentimes take out of their own time off the clock to make sure that those classrooms are the way they want them to be, and to be, areas of inspiration and learning for these young students. And some of these students go home to difficult environments and difficult homes, and this is a place where these students will spend 50% of their childhood by clock. Yeah. And it is a great mentorship for these young students and what it is to be a member of this community, and so we are so proud of our teachers and all that they've accomplished and what they continue to accomplish.
And we have to remember that these children that they're teaching are the future of our community.
Absolutely.
So when we have great schools, we have a great community, and then we have a great community, we have great schools because we have people backing them up.
So without listing, these are all on the city website, and the pictures and the awards that each of those have gotten. We moved over to Arnold Elementary School. We spotlighted them last month. We, as the board, went and toured there. One thing I'll talk about Arnold is, the academics are growing at Arnold, and at the same time, the absenteeism has declined. And I think those two things go hand in hand oftentimes. When your students are in the classroom, they're learning. And so we continue to push that and incentivize that. We've got a couple of projects coming up, and staying on Arnold for a little bit. For many of you are familiar with that community, there was an old playground, kind of an rundown playground, but it was owned by the city, and it was just adjacent to the Arnold property. And the city and Arnold and the school system worked together to transfer the control of that over to Arnold School. And so they are putting in a new playground there to the tune of about $100,000.
That's great.
That is a partnership through an HCI grant, the PTO, and Bradley Cleveland Public Education Foundation, Lynn Bowles, and those folks have really done a great job. So that's not having to come out of the taxpayer dollar. That's coming out of those donations, and that is going to be a great benefit to those students. Jody and I were talking outside. Jody's a healthcare professional in her outside life, and the benefits of play, the benefits of energy and working help so much, because when kids get home, they're playing on those video games, they're playing in that computer, and so that healthy lifestyle, having those playgrounds, things to go to. Over at Candies Creek, we got a great 2 projects going through. We've built the outside playground, and if you've been over there, it's a big flat space. There's not much trees. There's still a lot of development going on that end of town. And so the playground and the outside educational area is hot. When the sun comes in, there's not much shade. So PTO, HCI grant, the Public Education Foundation, the city, the Cleveland Tree Board, which I have to put another hat on for that. They all got together, put some money together, and did 2 projects. One, providing some shade canopies in various areas of those outside classrooms and seating areas, but also going to install in a large tree garden, putting in about 51 trees, both providing some beautification and shade on the entranceway into Candies Creek, as well as back down where the playgrounds are. So the kids are able to really enjoy that space a little bit more. And
it's something they can enjoy for generations.
Right. And the tree board, as we looked at this, we talked about picking species that were native to this community. And so the students are going to be involved in some of that. We'll have our Arbor Day ceremony in April out there. There's an event coming up in February to kind of dedicate this space, and so students will be involved, and that'll just be a great space for decades to come, and hopefully the kids will play under the trees that these students are planting this season.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really going to beautify that area too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Last thing that I saw, really, we had an update on our ESL population. This is that English as a second language group that coming on. It is a challenge that Cleveland City Schools faces that some of the surrounding schools don't, with the high level of diversity we have. We have about a 30% of our student body population that comes from a multilingual background. 30%. That is just unbelievable. Now, of that, you've got a total of about 19.5% of students that are learning English. 1 in 5 students don't speak English as their first language and are still struggling to learn it. And so then you take that step back into their home, and their parents might not speak English. Right. And so we've made great strides in that area. One of the areas they spoke of last night was a program run through the Family Resource Center, Barbara's Market there, where those families are being invited in, and we are teaching the families to learn English. And it's obviously volunteer, but if the parents aren't able to speak English, they're not able to really help their student with their studies. And one of the parents spoke to us last night.
Yeah, she was great.
Great job of how this has benefited her.
That's wonderful.
Both with her family, but also giving back to the community. I mean, she's able to speak, she's able to get better jobs, she's able to, interact more and get in and do shopping and do the things that she needs to better herself and this community. So it was a great night. It was you walk home, you drive home, and your heart's filled with joy of the great things that Cleveland City Schools is doing.
Yeah.
Wonderful recap. Now, is there anything you wanted to talk about from Logan Thompson?
We have Logan Thompson who's loving life. It has been last year was a great year. We had a lot of challenging cases, but so many of those were just involving this community. And what we at Logan Thompson do is really focus on giving back to this community. And so time and time again, one reason is right here was we give up this segment each week to the school system.
That is a wonderful gift. It really is.
We're members of this community, and so when you're out, not just with identifying what lawyers are out there to help you, but in all of your areas. Look for those folks that are going to invest back into this community and make your lives better, that are going to spend their monies in the school systems, in the classrooms, in the healthcare offices, that are going to go to the churches here and dedicate their time and give back to those nonprofits here, because we are a community, and Logan Thompson lives, breathes, raised their family, and is dedicated to this community.
All right, Matt Coleman, Jody Riggins, thank you for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you. Thank
Nobody
you.
got hurt. I call that a victory right there.
Hey,
Uh,
it's a good day.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you
It is
so much.
8:45. We're